morning, everyone. Muhammad Arshad from Decoding Data Science. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. And we are going to take our level one up in our third project that we have been doing. The first one was the Magic 8 Ball random guessing game, a simple calculator. And today we will be doing a game about text analyzer. We all know NLP is going around natural language processing. People are talking about generative AI. So it's a very good skill to understand text, understand numbers, and how we can analyze this. So the basic business problem here is you get a document, you get a text that is there, then you analyze the text, you analyze the number of words, how many words have been used, the frequency of words, which is the most used words and in frequency, and what is the only single word that is there used the most. So this is basically a simple text analyzer type of application or a project that you are going to make. So here we are going to work with text processing. We are going to work with the string data. We have learned in our courses how we handle strings. And now we are going to go in details about that. So I'm going to share my screen and we are going to dive in straight into Collab Notebook. So here what we are going to do is we are going to start by getting a text. So one of the most famous text that is available that I am going to use for my analysis is from a speech by Abraham Lincoln. It's called the Gettysburg speech. So to get that speech, we need to go to Google and you can take any speech you want here. But for me, this is one of the, you can say, most famous speeches that he has given. And I am going to take this particular speech, Gettysburg. He had given it in 1863. He had given address this. So I'll just copy this. I will go and I will going to paste it between the text that is there. So you can see, yes, you can see there are a lot of, it is in separate lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, we run this. And so here I need to put three quotes. Three, and if the data is in different lines and different format, better to put three quotes. And now I will just do a fix. And just to see whether the text has been written properly, I will just run text. So the text has been stored like this. Now what we need to do is first we need to count the number of words. So we all know that there is an option called print len. If I do print len text, I will be getting 1476. Is this the number of words? No. For doing the number of words, what we need to do is first we need to do the print of, first we need to do length. What is the text? We need to split the text dot split. And we need to now, after the split, we need to first print it out. So now you can see we have our text printed out. Let me just put my camera on the top. Okay, so next step is now we need to get the length. Now we know we have splitted the words that are there into different the document that is there, the speech that is there into different words. The next step is to count the number of words. So for that, we will use the function len, and we are going to do the text dot split, and we need to actually print this as an output. So I hope one by one I'm doing the thing that you're able to understand. So there are 278 words in this particular space. Now this is very good for us to know. The first step of our project is done to get the number of words in the in get is about address that is there. It can be any address, any text that you want to do, any lyrics, any favorite song of yours. You can use this particular process. Next step is for us to understand the words. As you can see, he has used words like four score and 7 years ago, our fathers born. So, which is the word that is being used more and more often and more regular, the frequencies of the word. So, for that, what we will do, we will not work directly with the speech. We will take a simple text that is, we'll define a simple text of few words, simple letters, A, B, C, just to make sure we analyze properly. I'm just repeating few A, A, D. Now, this is where we do the text. Now we will go. Let me see the text once. You can do a little more also just to be. Suppose this is a simple word that is there. Next, now I want to see that I will repeat the same process that I have done on the top. That is text split. Will not work with this. So we have this split. Now we have want to count the number. We will do the same thing that we have done on the top. This I run this again. So we have around 8 words that are there. Now we want to start our process of creating what we do is we create a variable that will hold our dictionary, and we will call it word count. And we know what is how to call a dictionary. We just need to open curly bracket. You are going to set it with a curly bracket next, because text dot split gives us back a list. We are going to use a for loop here. There is some indentation should be there for word in text dot split in word. So what is this going to do is for every word in the text dot split, it is going to print the word. So it is going to print the unique number of words that are there. Something is a little bit wrong here, which leads us for word into a debate, say like, okay, okay, run this. So now it has printed all the word that is there. So this is what we want to do. Now what we want to do is we want to create a variable that will hold our dictionary. And what we are going to do is we are going to count the number of words that are there for every particular instance that is coming in. So again, we are going to start the code word count using for curly bracket, and then forward in its towards left. This starts with. Then we are going to use the same logic. We are going to assign the word count. For every word, we are just going to assign one, and we are going to print word count. So now you can see every time this is happening, it is going to print. So one thing I have to do, this is the work of indentation, is I need to delete this and make the print. So now this has been printed. So the for loop works like this. For every word in that, it is taking the word, and if the word count is what, it is printing this word. So this is very basic about, but you can see what is happening, that is only printing one instance. Now we are going to add a conditional format, conditional if statement to check and see if a word is existing more than one time. And we are going to append the word count for every single element that is there. So we are going to do a counter as it is. So what we will do is going to write the code. So just writing it again so that people also understand what is, and repeating the steps so that it is a practice for you also. Forward in x dot let, yes, word word count, word in word count. Now we are going to do, we are running a loop. If it is there, then what we are going to do is we are going to increment that particular word count is equal to, for just for simple reason, we can also write word count plus one. So I'll be sharing the Google Colab notebook in the description, as well as in the, you can say, comment section or in the Word file in below, so that you can also have an access. But I will recommend you to write the code yourself. So if the word is not there, then what we need to do is we need to put it, assign it as a one. So as word count is equal to word count, what we need to do is we need to add, if word in word count, then we need to add a word also near or word. Once word count is equal to one, and then we are going to print. So I just repeat the code for you guys. Okay. So what is happening? It is checking for every word that is there in that particular split. If it is already present, we are adding a counter plus one. If it is not, we are initializing the counter one, and this loop is running again and again. So something is wrong in the. We just see the code for word in text. If word in word count is whatever means word count, word is equal to one, print word count. Okay, there is some indentation issue for else. Okay, okay. So now this should be, yeah, because this is inside the for the print statement. So now something like this is happening, but I don't think this is correct. So yeah, Josh, just so this the print should be outside the if statement. It should be inside the for statement. So this is what So you need to put a space and you need to have it should be outside the if else statement when it should be inside the for statement. And for every word, what is happening that you can see the A is being the number of A's, the number of B's, and the number of C's. So I'm just for our own analysis. So text was A, B, C, A, B, A, D, C, B. So there are three A's, two B's, two C's, and one D. So now one thing I wanted to just tell you that suppose on this scenario, if you had added a capital A and then you could have seen what would be the code, what how the code would manage. So it is taking the capital A also as a separate word. So as a part of natural language processing, we do a you can say case, we make the data case sensitive. So in this case, what we can do is in place of here, we can add the function called lower, which is going to make every text by default lower, and then it is going to do the count. So this is one of the steps that we need to keep in our mind because Python will not differentiate between a small a and a capital A. So here, what we do is you can see now it is taking it into A as 4 and B, C and D remain unchanged. So this is a very, very good way to do text analysis. Now we have done this work on simple A, B, C, D. Now what we are going to do is we are going to use, we are going to take the text that is there from Gettysburg address and we are going to just, we are going to paste the code here. We can just for our inference and so that we don't get confused, we can make this as, we can run this code, then the same code. So now the whole process that we have done, we are going to do the whole process here again. The same logic. So we have done it. We understood how it works for A, B, C, D. Now we are using the same logic. So that is how we build our projects. Once we do it in a small, you can say steps so that we can understand it is working fine. And then we apply the same logic and the same code in our bigger address that we have because we want to analyze the Gettysburg address, what how many words he has been used and how many things that he has been used. So you can see the split has happened of all the words that have been used and it looks very nice. But if suppose now one step further, so we have understood how it is working, the same logic. It is first of all creating empty dictionary. Then for every word, it is checking whether it has, it is there or not. If it is there, then it is incrementing the counter. If not, it is printing the initializing the word and printing one. And it is the loop is running for every word that is available in the Gettysburg address. Now, suppose in the same scenario, we want to start the text. So there is a way that we can do it. Here we need to use there are a lot of ways to do it, but I will just tell a simple way to do it. I just want to know which are the top words that are here according to the sequence. So we know we want to know. Yeah, I know four square is one and is six, but we want to understand which is the most used word. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the function sort. Some of the concepts will be a little bit advanced for you for this video. You can go ahead and understand more about this in my previous videos that I've talked about, but I just wanted to show a complete use case that is there. For now, for every items that is inside the word count, what I do is I use the function key is equal to lambda. So lambda is basically a function to that really helps us to do all these things. Lambda item for every value that is there. What I do is I reverse is equal to true. So this is my sequence. Reverse is equal. something is wrong here. Okay. This- So sorted where text is equal to dictionary, sorted word count dot items, comma, key is equal to lambda item, item one inverse is equal to true. I think there are extra brackets then clear. Yes. Okay. So dict is here. Sorted word dot count item. Sorted. And so the total one packet is for the dict and one packet is for the complete sorted. So now if I run this, I have to print this. Reverse is equal to uh, uh, print. I will do better end of print. So now it is so now it is coming in a sequence. Reverse is equal to 2. So the that we to everything is coming. That is there. You can see the sequence of this. And suppose in this case, if you just want to print the only the first letter, what we use, suppose the first item according. If the question is, I want to know the most used word by Gittersburg, it is speech. So I'm going to use the function next, and then I'm going to use function in here, and then I'm going to put the sorted text. This is going to give me the of the first I. So now we understood they are the most used words. The how we sorted the words that are used by Gettysburg by their frequency was by using lambda function and by using dictionary sorted. So so many functions have been used. I will be talking in details about this. I've already talked in the previous videos where I talked about these lambda function and sorting functions, but this is the way we build end-to-end project. And this is a text analyzer. I'm going to put the copy as well in the tab and in this repository about data science. I'm going to put it in Python basics, text analyzer. I'm going to put it as like a third project. And this is how, and the link I will putting it in the chat. And you can take any of your, as an homework or an assignment, take any of your favorite addresses or lyrics and try to tell me what is the most used word in that. And what is, and you can give a screenshot of the frequency table and put it on the comments. And on the, this is going to be like a challenge. You can do it in the next 1 hour. And whoever does it, the first three will be getting who puts a screenshot of their favorite addresses on lyrics, screenshot of the code and of the top word, will be getting this free access to my basic Python course. So that is a way of for you guys to encourage you to practice the code that I shared with you and do it. So have a great day and see you in the next video. Thank you.